Starting us off, we've got Batgirl versus Spider-Gwen. Uh, if you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that I am a bigger DC fan than a Marvel fan. Um, but when we saw Batman versus Spider-Man, the original one, Spider-Man won. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Spider-Gwen. I think she's gonna end up beating Batgirl. Blue Chew ad.
Who runs the world?
The ladies? So obviously there's a bunch of awesome crime-fighting chicks out there.
Like Barbara Gordon, the DC Comics vigilante known as Batgirl.
And Marvel's Gwen Stacy, the one you know as Spider-Gwen. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and
Technically, I think she's known as Ghost Spider now. I think is her official, her official name.
skills to find out who would win a death battle. Barbara Gordon always had a connection to crime fighting. Her father was Gotham City's police commissioner, and she idolized the legendary superhero, Batman.
So she whipped up her own bat costume to crash a police ball. Yeah, she's a rebel, but plot twist, a criminal crashed it first and she wound up saving the day.
Killer
This
Flaw.
sparked a fire in Barbara, a fire for justice, and a drive to confront crime on her own. With this new mission came another goal, to officially join Batman and Robin
As the next badass crime fighter, Batgirl. You know, how come she...
Full name Barbara Gordon. Height 5'7", weight 126 pounds. Also known as Oracle, Amy Beddoes, and Marple Miss 99. Has aided the Bat Family, the Justice League, and the Teen Titans, and was originally adopted by Commissioner Gordon.
She's called Batgirl when Dick gets to be Robin? Her identity and individuality shouldn't be anchored to the patriarchal idea that women are publicly defined by the men in their life.
Well said, Boomstick. Now, joining the Bat Family wasn't easy. The dynamic duo weren't exactly keen on adding a third wheel.
But Batgal worked hard to prove herself, and she's not just a tough fighter, she's super smart.
With a strong understanding of technology and computer hacking, Batgirl knew she could prove useful to a team that relies on tech. Like, you know, Batman and Robin.
How could the bat and the bird say no?
And after settling into the Batcave, she
Peak human physiology. Martial arts, judo, karate, dragon style, kung fu, boxing, and stick fighting. Gymnastics, computer hacking, and an expert detective.
honed her skills by training with the Batman himself.
Who's basically the world's greatest ninja times 1,000. Not like she was some rookie before that, though. Her cop dad had her study a bunch of martial arts like judo and karate.
Of course, Batgirl wears her own custom bat suit.
Batsuit, composed of Kevlar and nanotube filters, fireproof insulated, shock plate and a cowl, respirator, gliding cape, parachute, telescopic, microscopic, and infrared vision, utility belt with batarangs, grapple gun, the screamer sticks, taser, foam bombs, miniature lasers, miniature EMP, pepper spray, sleeping gas, concussion bombs, and explosive bombs.
Suit, lined with Kevlar and filled to the brim with advanced technology.
It's basically a slimmed-down combination of military-grade armor and spy gear that even James Bond would be jealous of. Heck, Batman's version helped him survive this humongous explosion. Look at the size of that thing!
She also added plenty of her own tools to her arsenal for an extra advantage. Everything from a taser to pepper spray, concussion bombs, smoke bombs, and foam bombs that can bind people in place.
What's with all the bombs?
And of course, she's got batarangs. Dummy?
Here I come. I'm just dying to help.
Everyone knows about the basic shuriken the bats are famous for.
Ow.
But Miss Gordon also carries an electric variant.
Huh. Well, that was...
You know, that's very nice of you. That you never appreciate me. You know what? If there was an award for being nice, you wouldn't win it. You three hear me?
Is he drunk?
Those are awesome. Let me try. Yeah. Oh, God, why? Anyway,
Bro.
Batgirl's also got guns, but like non-bullet ones. She's got a gun that shoots sleeping gas, a gun that shoots a grappling hook, and a gun that shoots batarangs. Because why would you throw something when you can fire it out of a gun?
She's quick enough to dodge
Fair.
bullet fire and avoid.
Discovered Batman's true identity all by herself, held a robot T-Rex's jaws shut, dodged live wire's lightning blast, tanked a building-busting explosion, survived falling several stories, fought a group of thugs while in a wheelchair, defeated the Joker, Harley Quinn, Starling, and Clayface.
Avoid electricity from live wire.
Who's basically just a scarier version of Blue Jamie Foxx from that one movie about amazing spiders. Also, Batbarb's tough enough to tank a 5-story fall or have a friggin' building explode while she's inside. Damn, girl, you're unstoppable.
Well,
Not true.
until she was shot and paralyzed from the waist down. But even with the loss of her legs, she rallied around her peers and kept fighting the good fight as Oracle.
Remember those computer skills? Well, they sure came in handy here, along with her photographic memory. Plus, she could dodge bullets while in a freaking wheelchair. Man, I bet she'd kick ass at Murder Ball.
Certainly setting her apart from the likes of Batman and Robin. She even learned stick fighting while still paralyzed.
She can beat your ass even while sitting on hers. What can't she do in that wheelchair?
Walk.
Well, besides walk.
Not for too long, though. She eventually received neural implants in her brain and spine that let her walk again. Unfortunately, these devices are vulnerable to short-circuiting and AI hacking, but they're an acceptable risk and have been improved over time to resist such incursions.
Which just makes her that much harder to beat. I mean, she's strong enough to outmuscle a giant mutant shark and suplex a fully grown tiger. Move over, Joe Exotic. Make way for the Tiger Queen.
Thanks to her police father and her experience with the Bat family, Barbara Gordon's become a well-rounded protector of her city.
Crazy to think how far the wannabe sidekick has come. She's really stepped out of Batman's shadow and become her own hero. The goddamn Batgirl.
Overstepping yourself a little? Try me.
Before Mary Jane, everyone's favorite spider superhero Peter Parker dated a
Oh,
girl
no.
named Gwendolyn Stacy.
But then she fell off a bridge and died. The end.
Except that isn't the end. The universe is full of possibilities. What if, in another timeline, that never happened? What if Peter never found that radioactive spider that made him Spider-Man in the first place? What if the superhero was Gwen?
Welcome to Earth 65. This Gwen was a teen kicking back in New York City. She's a drummer for her high school band and the daughter of a police chief.
And she's this world's one and only Spider-Woman.
Though you might know her as Spider-Gwen. With a
Real name, Gwendolyn Maxine Stacy. 5'5", 125 pounds, also known as Ghost Spider, Laura Keeney. Tigra Murtaface dislikes Eminem, formerly known as Spider-Woman, often hallucinates Spider-Ham. Bro, why?
her cool powers, she got busy fighting crime. But hey, who can blame her for showing off a bit? She does whatever a spider can.
Though her police father didn't approve, insisting Spider-Woman could use her powers for the good of others. However, her close friend, the non-superpowered Peter of this world, had a different take.
He was getting bullied all the time and idolized Spider-Gwen's power. So of course he figured the only way to stop the bullies was to get powers like hers. Except he accidentally turned himself into a giant monster lizard. Okay.
Whom the young Miss Stacy was forced to subdue. Peter ultimately succumbed to his experiments, dying in her arms. His death turned Spider-Woman into a fugitive on the run, but also inspired her to take her father's advice.
It was time to step up as a superhero. With her spiderific powers, she can crawl on walls and stick to any surface. Imagine, you're sitting on your couch being all that is man, and you look up at your ceiling, and instead of seeing a normal spider, there's a whole-ass woman up there. Yes, please.
Spider-Woman also has the classic spider sense, which constantly scans her surroundings and alerts her to
Bro,
incoming
that's her
danger.
vulture?
How many times have we said the word spider so far? We get to feel
Alerts her to incoming danger.
Bro, look at this motherfucker. Fuck that. Give me fucking 616 vulture any day, bro.
How many times have we said the word spider so far? We get to 50, do we get a free taco?
Thanks to her
Maybe.
spider sense, Gwen's move fast enough to dodge bullets, lasers, and lightning from Electro.
On his best day, classic Spider-Man's even dodged beams of light, at least for a bit before he got smacked.
She's tough enough to power through point-blank explosions just as well as electrocution. And yes, she has similar powers as other spider people like main universe Peter, who survived a massive explosion that annihilated the top of this skyscraper.
And she's strong enough to punch Rhino through a wall, the guy, not another animal, and lift over 10 tons.
That's her
Of course,
rhino.
to truly
Bro,
fit
her
the
rhino
role of
sucks.
Spider-Woman, she needed one last thing. Thanks to Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, Gwen received her very own web shooters.
Why do these people keep using sticky stuff that just gets everywhere? Kinda gross.
The web fluid isn't just sticky, but incredibly strong.
Hey!
The tensile strength of regular spider silk can reportedly reach up to 178 kilograms per square millimeters.
Bro, you're not
cross
getting it
section.
off.
Scaled up to a human-sized web, it would be nearly as strong as steel.
Oh, come on, Wiz, this is a new shirt.
Free, free, free. Marika V8.
It's alright, it will biodegrade in, you know, an hour. That's how it works. You know, it's biodegradable and only lasts up to an hour.
But it can't be. It already has beer stains all over it.
That's just my style. Like all those girls that just cut a bunch of holes in their jeans and ruin them.
Even with those similar
Bro.
powers, Gwen's not your average spider hero. She's made a habit of traveling throughout the multiverse.
And
Yeah.
she lost her powers permanently. They were stolen by Cindy Moon because she's the worst. Gwen could briefly restore her powers with these isotope things, but she didn't really have a good solution until she found Venom. No, really, Venom. You know, the scary alien sludge monster guy that eats brains.
Despite it being, well, venom, Gwen took the symbiote for herself.
Equipment, web shooters, multiversal travel device, venom symbiote, powers, wall crawling, spider sense, super strength, speed, durability, and enhanced agility.
Formed into her new suit, her powers were fully restored.
Oh yes, she's back in black.
I should note this version of Venom is a bit different from the one you're most familiar with. It was lab created and not nearly as potent or powerful.
It can form talons, camouflage her.
Gwen's symbiote has no inherent connection to any of the hive mind, or to the hive mind, and lacks many of the biological qualities inherent to symbiotes present in the main 616 universe.
And do some limited shape-shifting, but Gwenum won't be reforming from a puddle of goo or anything crazy like that. Also, she can create even more spiders? Who the hell came up with that? I guess the only problem is the symbiote's weak to loud sounds and fire. It's basically scared of a metal concert.
Ironic, considering its preferred look. But it's still Venom, and its violent nature tore Gwen apart. Eventually, she wound up unmasked and indicted.
What do you mean unmasked? Her name's Spider-Gwen. Everyone should have figured that out.
Have you been paying attention?
Yes, Wiz. Badass spider chick kick lots of ass.
After serving her
Freaking boomstick, man. Snapped a robot's neck, has avoided laser beams, dodged Electro's lightning, however can outspeed a bullet, survived a point-blank explosion, defeated Lizard, Rhino, Vulture, and the Inheritors.
time and even gaining control of the symbiote, shifting it into her more iconic getup, Gwen took a trip to the mainline 616 Earth.
Basically, she got about as popular as Spider-Man, and they wanted to jam her in the universe.
There, she regained her secret identity. But since there were a few other Spider-Women running around, she took on a new moniker, Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider! That's right, this chick's too good to protect one world, she's got two. It's awesome to see how far she's come from teenage show-off to guardian of the multiverse.
That's why I work alone. I need...
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But while these gals have survived some close shaves in the past,
I don't know. Now that I know that she lost her powers and it's kind of dependent on the Venom symbiote, I feel like she's gonna lose. We'll see if Batgirl can take advantage of the fact that, uh, I don't know, they didn't mention any sonic weapons or fire weapons, did they? So she might be fine. Well, hold on, what? Please do Hulk versus Broly. That's hilarious. You know why that's hilarious? Because that's the next fucking fight. They totally foreshadowed it in their previous video. That's awesome. If that isn't the most dramatic ass and fucking entrance, I don't know what is, bro.
Stupid thing. I said take me to Miles, not this.
Bro, dodge. Always a backflip when they dodge, man. Every time with spider people.
Seems like you're the stupid one for dropping by unannounced.
Don't you treat your guests well.
Facts, bro. Like, I don't think Batman would just attack.
Point taken, Dracula. I'll get out of your hair. See ya.
No, not the giant penny. That thing killed the penny plunderer. Bro, you're destroying all of Batman's shit. Oh. Wonder is the explosion enough fire? Doesn't seem like it.
End of the road, loser.
Rookie move, man.
I'll find you. You're on my turf.
Just because she went invisible didn't she went anywhere. Whoa, how'd she rip that shit?
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Why'd you keep holding it? Why didn't you just throw it? These fucking people, man. Oh, she's crippled again. Spider-Gwen for the win. Am I right? Oh. Yeah, Spider-Gwen for the win.
Ow!
I think.
Ow!
Oh, not yet.
Come on! Come on!
The Hyundai Advantage sales event is on now. Get advanced tech backed by Hyundai's 5-year new
Ooh,
vehicle
this one's
limited
close.
warranty and finance rates as low as 0% on select models. For a limited time only. Conditions apply. Visit your local Hyundai dealer for details.
Oh my god, I don't care, bro.
Shoot!
Yep. There we go.
You haven't won yet.
Bro, really? For real? Like, come on. There we go.
Now I have.
KO! Looks like Batgirl's turned into Splat Girl.
Batgirl
Really?
wielded an impressive arsenal with plenty of tools suited to combat Gwen's abilities. Not to mention, Gwen was no match for her stellar intelligence.
Which made this pretty close. There are plenty of versions of this fight where Batgirl could take down the symbiote with sound and
Oh,
fire.
for sure.
But even with such weaknesses, the Ghost Spider held enough of her own advantages to take the win more times than not.
Boomstick?
So while Batgirl's training was certainly better, the spider sense is just super broken. Gwen and other Spideys have held up against martial arts masters like Captain America, who is definitely on par with super ninjas like Batman.
Not to mention, Gwen was clearly stronger than Barbara. Plus, Spider-Man survived.
For those of you who don't believe that Captain America is on par with Batman, first of all, why? Literally explain in the comments. Like, they're basically the same. Just one has more money. And two, when Marvel and DC did a crossover, Batman and Captain America actually fought. Like, it was only a few seconds. They just exchanged a few blows, but Batman straight up admits, it's possible you could beat me. But the question is, like, do you want to spend the time and effort to do it? He's not saying it wouldn't be easy, but he could do it. So he's definitely on par with Batman.
Survived that skyscraper bomb with the same powers, which Batgirl definitely wouldn't walk away from.
It was way bigger than the building blast that Batgirl barely survived. Hell, Batman's biggest explosion survival.
While the explosion Batman survived is visibly larger, a character's proven durability diminishes the further away they get from the epicenter of an explosion. Considering the destruction shown, the TNT yield Batman survived was less than the damage Spider-Man withstood.
Feet doesn't even match it. Listen, I know explosions, and by measuring the size of this blast, I can tell it's equal to about 60 tons of TNT. But applying the same math stuff to Spider-Man's, it's more than double that.
To be frank, Batgirl had the tools she needed to take down Spider-Woman. Gwen was simply stronger, faster, tougher, and made good use of the spider sense, making it extremely difficult for Barbara to land a decisive hit before taking one herself.
It seems batty, but Batgirl was overwebbed by Spider-Gwen spinning this one in her favor. Jesus webbed.
The winner is Spider-Gwen.